Fixed signs. 4 cards, Spirit, please. Taurus. Leo. Virgo. No. Try again, Spirit. Sorry. Taurus. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. Leo. Scorpio. And Aquarius. In that order. First card being Taurus, Spirit, please. 25th of July 2020. Taurus. Leo. Scorpio. And Aquarius. So, Taurus, 7 of Crystals. You really aren't happy with the way things have turned out. You feel like you've wasted 7 years and you don't feel like the people that you have involved yourself in those 7 years with were really your tribe. You're dissatisfied with your life. Material matters possibly have taken a turn for the worse, and you're seeing that as a reflection of your worth. That's not true. Career and finance may be your overriding worry at this time. Yeah, there's been violent arguments. Somebody wants to win at all costs and willing to cut their nose off to spite their own face. I hope this isn't you. Harsh words. Advice is needed. Doctors, priests, lawyers. Female energy. Something needs to be cut out of your life, and to be fair, there is no major arcana, so this is an internal battle you have with yourself. You need to walk away. This has got harsh, or somebody is walking away because of your harsh words. You just wanted to win no matter what, and in the end, nobody wins in these situations and everyone regrets them. Yeah, someone's walked away to a new life, and so should you. Number 39 is important. So it's a karmic situation, possibly secrets and hidden enemies. A new life beckons. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee. Cut out what no longer serves you and walk away to a new path. Yeah, because as with many of the other cards, and with the past, present and future, and with the predictive read for tomorrow, you are transforming. You are no longer the person you was or the person you will be. You're right smack in the middle of this transformation. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth having is. Things are changing at a cellular level, and you are not who you were a year ago, or you will be very soon. You are in between. Imagine half risen, half falling. You need to keep doing the work because you're transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves that it's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not your driving force. So if you feed off the drama, that's unhealthy. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed as you allow yourself to absorb them and feel them without attachment. They loosen their grip and fall away, and you are being called to find new ways of self-soothing. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that's been cast aside. And Ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. So you may have a mother in spirit. A rethreading is happening. Healing at the deepest of levels. While you're in this phase, do not put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationships with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. Allow yourself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. Leo. Now, it seems you've got yourself into a very toxic situation. You've been manipulated, or you're manipulating someone else. There is a web here. Be careful of the web if you choose to deceive. It's toxic. And whatever you or someone else does to manipulate others will come back on them. This is something that you feel bound to by contract, duty or loyalty. Can you see the two figures there? It's not very clear, but there is a man and a woman within the depth of the web. They've woven a web of deceit and now they're stuck in it. Those born on the 15th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. It rules Capricorn, the knees, the bones, and the external public life. So it's keeping up with the Joneses, trying to keep up appearances for the sake of it, when in actual fact the situation is a toxic one. Yeah, there is a mother, a mother-in-law, a mother of your children involved in this situation, and your happiness is at stake. Happiness and social gaiety is mentioned, and a lady in grey, usually this lady wears red. Poppies are mentioned, so November the 11th in the UK. This is abundance, fertility, happiness on all levels, especially within the emotional life. For some of you though, because this is a toxic energy, the abundance is and this situation is trapping you. It's stopping you from growing, because when you get to the 10, there's nowhere to go. So maybe something is comfortable, it's happy for you, but you are needing to grow as a person, and it will become toxic and stagnate if you do not add something to this to keep growing. So those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. You may be, some of you may be attending an occasion on the 3rd or the 30th, and it will bring you the happiness you desire. For others, it will be you're growing as a person, and the 3rd or the 30th will be a significant date where this begins. For others still, there is the conception of a child that will make you grow as a person. But inevitably we have to go back to the overall energy, which is a toxic situation. So in some way this is causing a toxic situation that needs to be healed. So let's see if we can find out what that is. 10 months is mentioned. For some, for very few of you, there is a third party involved. And that is where your love is being given. And that is why the situation is toxic. But that's not for all of you. But it has to be mentioned because it's there in the cards. Also, Spirit have just told me another thing. If you're carrying a child, make sure you look after your health, because there seems to be, when they said about the toxic, toxemia, issues with toxemia, either in the family. So make sure you're aware of what that is and how to deal with it, because there is mending here. There is healing needs to take place. So perhaps you're hoping to mend a happy home situation after a third party. It's toxic situation regardless. Number 52 is important. So let's see if Spirit can. Normally I would keep going with this one, but I've set myself a time limit, so I can't. But you will know which scenario it is for you. So the answer is no, not yet. So it's a big, massive no, not yet. So your happiness is not here yet because of this toxic situation. You are being called to either pause or say no. Because if you say yes to something that isn't in alignment with you, you will drain your energy and your time. So hold out for a congruent, aligned 100% yes. Often when we're looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, the timing in this case is everything, and you're not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods. So 10 months is your waiting period. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate and a new path to formulate. So you're growing as a person, and first you need to heal from a toxic situation. Then within 10 months, there may be a new and happier situation coming across, but don't jump into something else to get yourself, don't jump out of the frying pan into the fire is what I'm saying. Use this waiting period, 10 months, because you need to regenerate, you need to heal from the past. The new path to formulate and the universe to begin creating things on your behalf. You don't need to be ploughing forward all the time to move forward, because when you can say yes and the time is right, it will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Just don't force things now just because it seems like the only option. Take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive, for when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in and you will know it's right. Use this time to regenerate and mend and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because they might not be your only option. This time is a gift, so use it to tend your garden, take a rest, mend yourself, take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for a time in the future, because in spring, 10 months from now, clarity will bloom and you will have the reserves, space and drive to say yes and act and move quickly. So say no now, postpone and wait. I know it's hard when they ask us to wait and you're not very patient, but in this case I suggest you take notice. Scorpio. There is a Libra energy that's massively important to you. Those born on the 11th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Justice needs to be seen to be served. Balance needs to come back to your life. There may be issues with the loins and the marital home. These are healed. So any worries you had about the marriage or legal matters, especially connected to a Libra, are being healed. Blind justice. So you may not see it even happening, but justice will take place. Yeah, you have dreams and you have options, and Spirit are telling you that you are not meant to walk this next part of your journey alone. They are sending someone very spiritual to hold their light up, to light your way. They will walk beside you, always. Maybe someone in spirit or in flesh. Those born 1965, plus or minus 12, February to February, may be involved, and there could be 2 of them. Those born on the 9th or the 27th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. There is an issue with the health services that has a positive outcome. It can be connected to the abdomen and the intestines, and you must go with your gut instinct. Dream big, and whatever you choose to dream of, you can manifest into reality. Travel is indicated, either to places that you've never been before because you have to meet certain people, or traveling within to find your spirituality. You need to have faith now and go with your gut instinct. You are not alone, nor shall you ever be. 7 months is mentioned. Yeah, because fate is at work here. Someone in spirit is putting someone on your path, and within 7 months, fate is going to take a turn. The number 17 is massively important, and I know that this means that your wishes and dreams can come true, but you have to decide what they are. Yeah, the sisterhood of the rose. A rose is massively important. So, I am waiting on a book about the language of flowers. And when I get it, we will know what the rose means. But you can Google it. The rose is massively important. So, it may be a message from Spirit for you. Number 78 is mentioned. The sisterhood of the rose. Listen carefully. The sisterhood of the rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding the light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is a path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolises the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. So someone is offering you their heart. Unconditional love. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature. Hear the whispers of Mother Earth. So Spirit are trying to contact you through insects, animals, birds, anything to do with nature. You can look up them all as animal totems. You are being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations. So look at the rose. The rose is important. You may have one growing in your garden. Spend time admiring her creations and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. You are being called to take a little more time to notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creation or in the little things like how you dress, to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonise the planet a little more and the shift in vibration can be felt. Surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. Now, specific message for somebody watching this. You cut a rose and placed it in the home from your garden. Spirit saw this, Spirit know this, and Spirit are with you. Aquarius, karmic situations, secrets and hidden enemies. Those born on the 12th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Pisces energy. The number 4 is mentioned. You have not put your boundaries in place. People are walking all over you and it's time to come off your cross. Stop playing the martyr, stop playing the victim and put your boundaries in place. People are not grateful for what you're doing and you're sacrificing yourself for people that really shouldn't be asking this of you. So stop being a doormat. Yeah, this is an unhealthy situation. Secrets are being kept and it's not good. You have to be very careful what goes in your mouth, as in diet and medication, and I'm seriously concerned when it comes out like this, and words written or spoken. There are 2 keys here which are not normally here. So there are keys to a problem, a door of some type, but there are 2 keys to unlock this situation. It may be to do with work. 8 years is mentioned. You have been working hard on something and it isn't paying off. It could be communications via the internet, or working, burning the candle at both ends. But somebody knows the truth and it's coming out. Somebody may be visiting a tarot reader, a psychic, a medium. The travellers, the carnival people, the number 11 is important. But those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. So stop sacrificing yourself. People are not grateful. Put your boundaries in place. Yeah. Home is where the heart is, and at the minute you feel adrift. There's no foundation to that home. Something is not quite right there. No place like home. Some of you will be returning to the childhood home. Some of you will be between houses, which is why there's 2 keys. But there is a choice, and it may be about property. Maybe you feel that you've worked really hard to save for a new property. You will know when you find the right home. If it's taken you a long time, it's because the right place is not quite there, or possibly you're with the wrong person to achieve that happy home. So you know where your home is. Home is where the heart is. And if there's no happiness there, it is a bit redundant. 2 keys. Yeah, you are a starseed. And I've said this before, we are all particles of the universe, star seeds. Every part of the universe is within our bodies. Number 50 is mentioned. So, starseeds are souls with a double mission: to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. Many starseeds arrive with a feeling that time is running out, and that there is something that they came here to do or create or contribute. If you pull this card, it is to confirm that you are a starseed and you are being encouraged to answer the call. So any phone calls that come in now, any communications at all, answer it. To follow what makes you happy. Once awake, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs and relationships. They innately know that there is much more to life and feel there is something more to get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. Starseeds are scattered all over this planet in hospitals and schools, in slums and mansions, on stages and in edit suites, in parks and nightclubs, in taxis and theme parks. And many starseeds spend parts of their lives trying to fit in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, yes you are, it is time that you stop and start embracing that unique light that you came here to share, and treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. So what is it that lights you up? What makes you happy? Grab it with both hands.